Well, howdy folks. How's everybody doing this evening? What we got here is you're looking at the ass of my Ridgeline. We have a LED light kit we're going to install. Okay. This here is the Nilight LED tail light strip. I don't know if I'm going to hook up the rear lights, the reverse lights, which turn on the LEDs, but definitely going to hook up the other lights. Now, what they were stating is on Amazon, I bought these, and I watched some other guy's video, which you're not going to want to watch because he said a 60-inch, which 60 inch is way too big. 48 is fine. 48 will fit perfect. But I got a 60, okay, and it's a bit too long. So I was pondering, can you cut this? Well, I looked on Amazon's site for this particular light thing, and they said, oh no, you can't cut it. Well, you can cut it. All right, and I will show you. This is cut. Here is piece. Oh, there we go. There. And then here is the end you're looking at right there. You can cut them. The key to cutting them is look here at this thing right here. You don't want to cut there. You want to cut before it, this way, or you want to cut after it, okay? And to prove my point, we're going to take our 12-volt motorcycle battery and we're going to hook it up to the ground wire on the light strip. Then we'll hook up the positive, yeah, you guys can see me, to the battery, and there you go. There's one light, brake light, there's the other brake light, and there's the other brake light, or combination of the two, so you get the flashing. And then if you tap the red wire coming off this bundle here, you'll see that it lights up just fine. So yes, indeed, you can cut them. So if you buy one and you do need to cut it, don't stress it. And besides, these things were like, I don't know, not even 20 bucks. All right, now, thing number one, yeah, you've washed your truck. However, your truck is still filthy, especially here where you're going to mount this light bar. So get you some Dawn dish soap and water and scrub this area off. Give it a good scrub. That's going to get any wax, grease, or other contaminants off the back of your truck. And you'll notice I do have a squirt bottle sitting here. This is part B. That is going to be your alcohol spray, because you're going to want to spray that down with alcohol to make sure that you don't have any grease or anything left on it. This is a bottle of high quality H2O, and we're just going to rinse this off. All right, so we got that. Now I'm going to have to make a little bit of noise for you guys. We're just going to hit it with some compressed air to dry it a bit quicker. Okay, so part 2, we're just going to spray it with some alcohol, and we're going to let this sit for a minute, because, yeah, it's plastic, but I'll show you. You're still going to get dirt off of this thing. Alright, so I'm going to hit it with a little bit more air. Okay, now, this thing comes with double-sided tape. 3M tape. Well, I don't know if it's 3M, but whoever makes it. It also comes with these little bag of clips and some zip ties, okay? If you are opposed to drilling into the back of your truck, some people are, this is not really an area that you see too well. I'll show you. What I'm talking about. See, this light is going to go right about here where my finger. You see my finger there? I'm not giving you the finger. That's my finger. All right. So, what you want to do though is if you do use these clips. Sorry, the air compressor just shut off. You want to keep in mind that, I'll show you, these, here's your wire, okay, here's one of your little plastic clips, okay, it's just a little channel, and it's going to clip over that, so you want to keep in mind that when you stick this down, way to go, Greg, it just fell right off, you want to leave enough room at the bottom for this to fit into, and then clamp it down. Alright, so you might want to mark, you know, I think there are 3 clips, so obviously you want to put one at the end, put one at the middle, and then put one at the other end, and that would be good. So, you know, there. I can get these things to stay on. I'll grab the other 2 out. I'm still going to let it dry for a bit. And then I will show you this other person that I watched. I will not mention any names. But he really did one butcher job on his wiring harness, which is not necessary. And so let's see if we put another one right here, kind of in the middle. I'm just kind of putting these in position, kind of so I know kind of where I want them at. I don't even think they're going to stay too well, but and then we'll put one at the very end. And those included screws are self-tappers, so they shouldn't have any problem drilling into this plastic. But I'm going to let this sit for a minute, so in the meantime, if you have the factory hitch, you probably got a 4-prong connector. And I'll put a link to these, all of these in the description. This is a 4-prong splitter. So this end right here you're looking at will plug into the existing connector down here. And then you'll be able to zip tie the one that would go to your trailer, like say this one here. And then this one here you will use to plug into your lights. That way you're not wiretapping and putting all that stuff into your wiring harness. Now, with that said, it does come with a reverse light feature, but in order to do that, I would have to take off this light assembly, or get up under here and find out which one. I'll show you. In your reverse light right here, find out which wire is your power, and then you would use this white wire, which I may do. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. But you have this red wire here, which goes to your reverse light. It looks like this may have an inline fuse, so that's good. But I'm going to let this sit for a minute, and we're going to let it dry, and then we'll commence to getting it kind of in position where we want it. We'll stick it into place, then we'll drop this part down, and I'll see if I can get the camera up under the truck, and we will grab probably some more zip ties. I don't know if those are going to be big enough, and we'll run the wiring up underneath so you're not seeing it. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, now I did get my heat gun. Well, you can use a heat gun, you can use a hairdryer. This is totally optional, and I'm just going to set it on low, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to warm up this lower piece here where I'm sticking this 3M tape to. Just to warm it up. It's about 60 degrees here in the garage. Unseasonably warm weather here in southeast Indiana. However, the one problem I'm seeing with those little clips that kind of hold it in place is I kind of shut the door, the tailgate, when I had you guys off there for a second, and it looked like it was going to be sitting a bit high. So there's a little, on these ridge lines, there is a little lip down here at the bottom, which you kind of want to set it right above, which I don't think them clips are going to work too well. They might. I don't know. We'll see, Ted. So I'm just heating this up a little bit so it helps that 3M tape stick a little bit better. I did go ahead and drop the wire down, and I will have to lower the tripod and get you up under the truck to show you where the wires come down. It's super easy. There's plenty of room there. And like I said, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to hook up the reverse light. This camera with the reverse lights as it is seems to work just fine. Well, that should be good. Alright, set this out of the way. Okay, so then all you want to do is you just want to take your 3M tape, you want to peel it back and get it going. I know, my big old butt's in the way. I'm just getting it started here. Then we'll peel this off. And then position your left side. My piece was actually cut to 51 inches. So it should be pretty spot on. But you can always take it and measure it. Looks like it may overhang just a bit, so I'm going to reposition this down a little bit. And looks like I need to go down just a hair more. Okay, so that should be a good fit. Okay, so once you get that on, just kind of run your fingers down it. Make sure it's sealing good. And you'll want to do that several times. Make sure that 3M tape is sticking good. And okay, I'm gonna move you up here. I'll show you what I'm talking about with these clips. All right, the way it's positioned now, these are not going to really hold it in place because they have to go on the top and then through this angled piece on the bottom. Yes, I mean, I guess they kind of will hold it, but the problem you got, I'll show you. Well, I'm trying to show you. All right, let me lower some feet on the tripod. Sorry I'm moving you around, I know. Maybe now you'll be able to see it. Okay, so you're looking right here where my finger is, right above this license plate. I don't know, a couple inches. You know, that's where the actual light is. All right, so I mean, I guess you could go up a little bit. It'd probably work just fine, but I'm gonna see how well this 3M tape holds, and hopefully it holds pretty good. So hold on a minute, I'm gonna pause you. So I'm gonna lower you all the way down so we can get up under the truck. All right, guys, we are under the truck. Hopefully you're seeing everything okay. I got a light up under here. Okay, this red wire is dangling down. That red wire right here, hopefully you're seeing that. That is for the reverse light. Okay, there is a channel up on your Ridgeline where you can get up under here and pull this wiring harness over. I don't know if you've seen that or not. I can't see what you're seeing because I'm underneath this truck. So, and then you can just run it up under your existing wiring harness and kind of zip tie it to your original harness. We don't have cables dangling everywhere. Alright, so we got a zip tie, and it does come with some zip ties, and those are just fine. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is that splitter I showed you, I'm just going to tie into that. Maybe. Look like that ground was kind of bent. Hopefully it's not broke. And we'll push that in as far as we can. All right. Oh, cold water right on my ear. I'm going to zip tie this up in place up here. That way we don't have wires dangling all over the place. And then I will take the other connector and I will zip tie it up out of the way. So it's not just hanging down. I'll try to show you guys here in a minute. I mean, it is kind of dangling there, but it's not like going to be dragging the ground. All right, so we got that. We got that. So if you're looking, I'm trying. Sorry guys, I'm on the tripod here, trying to finagle this thing underneath the truck, and the handle's in the way. Okay. So you can kind of see, hopefully, the wire is up here where my hand is. So you can see my hand, kind of. I just zip tied it all up in place. You still got your original connector under there. All right, so let's move out from underneath the truck and see exactly where we got to be to get. Actually, we'll just go ahead and test it right here. Sorry guys for the motion. All right, hold on a sec. All right, so as you can see, I have the left turn signal on. So let me turn the right turn signal on. All right, you can see the right turn signal. Now, I'm hoping the brake light shows up. I can't see it because I'm here by myself. Alright, so you've seen that. Hopefully the brake light was showing on. I'll have to look at the video to see for sure if it was coming on. Okay, now what we got to do is pause you for a second so we can take a look at the wiring for the reverse light. Because I know people are going to ask, how do you hook up the reverse light? Well, that's a good question. We're going to find out. Okay, so one thing we got to do though is we're going to have to take this light off over here, which you can use, looks to be about an 8mm, or you can use your JIS screwdriver. Loosen two. There's two screws on the side here, and I'm guessing this is how this pops out of here because I've never taken the back lights off. We're going to find out though. Yep. Okay, so you can see I've got the light in my hand. The bottom one here is right here where my finger I'm pointing. That is your reverse light. There are two wires coming out of it. And I don't know which is which. I don't know which one's hot and which one's ground. It looks like one's a black wire and then one may be a brown wire. And I don't know if my probe is going to get into there. So let's see here. I hate just leaving this thing dangle, but I guess can. Get the voltmeter and we'll figure out which one is hot. All right, hold on a sec. Kind of hate doing this stuff here by myself, especially with the car in gear. I think it's the wire that's brown. Let's ground this. See if I can tap down in there. Not have a major accident. Yes, there is a brown wire and a black wire. And I'm reading 13 volts on the brown wire. Alright, so let me turn the truck off here for a minute. Okay, let's get a connector. And a pair of pliers. Okay, and I'll show you what connectors I'm using. I'm using these Tycon brand connectors, and how they work is they do split over the wire. This part right here goes over the wire coming from the light bulb, and then this piece will go on to the red wire coming from that light bar. So I need my flashlight because we're going to have to fish that wire back up through. So if you look down, once you take out your, once you run your wiring down, you're going to have this red wire left, which I'm holding in my hand here. I'll get you over here a little bit closer, so you can see what I'm doing down here. Hopefully you'll see what I'm doing down here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to cut the end off of that wire, and I know I have my side cuts here somewhere. Where did I put them at? Did I leave them under the truck? No, they're on the bumper. Alright, so on this wire here, we're going to cut the end off of that. Then we're going to take this end, and actually I need, hold on a minute, I need two other tools. I need my wire strippers. Number one. And number two, I need my cripper. Probably could have just left that on there like that. Okay, so we don't need a voltmeter. We'll get that out of the way. We're going to use the wire strippers here. We're going to cut that a little bit. Twirl it around. We'll snip off. I don't need that much of it. Then we're going to stick it up in here. Then we'll use these Quibach crimpers, and I think the red, I don't think it matters. We're just going to crimp it down onto there. So we got a good crimp. Okay, then we're going to take this one here, and we need to, you can pull back that housing a bit, and if you're looking at it like I am on my lap, it's going to be your wire on the left. So we want to stick that over that, stick that over that. Kind of push it down a little bit, and take your pliers and squeeze it down. And now you take this end that you just did, and it goes into the end of that connector you just put on there, which sometimes is easier said than done. You kind of got to wiggle it around, otherwise it likes to go off to the side. Okay, let's fire the truck up and see if it made a good crimp. Hold on a sec. not seeing a connection down there. Let's kind of move this wire. Ah, man, came right out of there. Hold on a minute. My connector fell off. Hate when that happens. So let's crimp some more wire off here. I'll put that up in there. And I'm thinking here, do I have the right crimpers? Yeah, I think I had the wrong crimpers. Sorry guys, these are Tycon crimpers. So let's put this new head back on here. And we want the red. You can see on them, they got red, yellow, and blue. We want the red one. There we go. That looks much better. I mean, these things work pretty good, but they're just kind of a pain to get in there, and I'm still not seeing it. So I don't know if this wire in here did not make a good connection or what. Now, you'll see, if you get these connectors, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a slot on the end of them that this connector's got to go into, and it likes to go off to the side. So sometimes it helps to take your knife, kind of bend it up a little bit. There we go. All right, that's working. So let's show you. I don't get ran over from the truck. I'm just getting everything off the tailgate here now because I got everything sitting up here. And now you can see that it has got the white light in the back for the reverse. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, you can see that. So now, let's see here. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put it back in park a minute. And we've got all this extra wire here, so it'll take me a couple more of these zip ties. And we're going to zip tie over here where I'm sitting out with this tail light. We're going to take this extra wire and we're going to zip tie it around the brake light wire. Sorry, not the brake light, the reverse light wire. So we don't have a bunch of wires dangling. And we'll just take this thing and set it back into place. It's dark out, so you'll need a flashlight. Okay, so we got that back into position. And we'll put our two screws back in. And we'll put the tailgate back up. And you'll be able to better see the reverse light, which I wasn't going to do, but I'm here, so we got it done. Ah, great. I just knocked the top screw out. I don't know where it went. There it is. Well, magnetic pickup tools are a lifesaver until you drop it off the magnetic thing. Found it! Let's get the top one back in, going back in. And get the bottom one started. Lined up. Okay. Good there. Good there. Good there. Okay, tailgate's back up. Alright, so let's get over here, back up a little bit. Okay, so right now it's in park. And as you can see down here, it's kind of a running light too, just like your back lights. And now we're in reverse. You see reverse lights, and you have the extra light down there now as well. So there you have it, guys. Let me go take it out of reverse so it doesn't run me over. So there you go. It's actually really not that hard of a process. There are, you can see, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, if you look right there, you can see just a little bit of the wiring, you know, but it's no big deal, you know. So now we'll see how long they last. It definitely gives a little more light in the back of the truck, a little more visibility, and it's actually a pretty straightforward install as long as you use that little wiring hitch thing there I was telling you about. And you can see, I'll zoom you in, that is the existing wiring harness, and then it's got the Y adapter into it. That way you're not having to splice into everything, which works out pretty good. So there you go, guys. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Yes, you can cut them, and you can wire them into reverse lights, which is pretty straightforward, and good to go. Add a little flare, and if you, I'll raise you up here. Sorry, I'm going to lower you down, not raise you up. and you can kind of see what the lights look like. Hopefully this is a good angle. Yeah, there you go. So now you can see how they look up underneath the truck. Pretty sweet looking. I like it. For like, I don't know, 15 bucks. I forget how much the splitter is, but pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. And as you can see, it blinks and everything. So pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I'm happy with it. All right. Hope you guys got something out of this, especially if you got a Ridgeline 2016 on up. Actually, I'd probably work on the even older models too. It's not year specific, so as long as you can tap into your trailer hitch wiring. Which, by the way, one thing I did want to point out is I got a Curt wiring harness, okay, for this truck, and it was for a 2018 Ridgeline. Sorry guys, I'm putting my tripod feet back down. Okay, so I had got the harness for this truck, and turn you around here, so maybe you can see my big old noggin. There we go, kind of, sort of. Okay, I got a Curt wiring harness from E-Trailer. Hooked this up down in Florida. Had rented a U-Haul trailer to bring some stuff back up here to Indy, and didn't think nothing about it. They checked the brake lights and everything. Everything was working. Unbeknownst to me, I drove all the way back up here, and I had no running lights on the trailer. So I got a hold of E-Trailer, and they're like, well, you know, you're, I don't know, 3 weeks out of warranty, blah, 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 and they can't do nothing. Well, comes to find out, if you get the Curt brand, it's a known issue with them, and the running lights don't work. There's something mixed up with the wiring in them. So if you do get one, they may have fixed it, they may not have. If they haven't, what you're going to have to do, and it's real super simple, is just tie off, cut the lead for your running lights for the trailer, you know, tape that up, seal it, and then tap into your license plate running light, and then run that over to your trailer hitch. Super easy to do, it's not a big deal, it takes, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. And it's done, and it fixes the problems, and your running lights will work on your trailer. So yeah, if you get the Curt one, be forewarned, it may or may not work. But anyway, hey, I hope you guys got something out of this. I did. Now I got some little bling on the back of my Ridgeline. Yes, and it is a truck. It's got a bed, just like an F-150, and it rides really nice, and it gets good gas mileage. Anyway, guys, I won't ramble on about that. Hope you got something out of it, and I will see you guys on the next video, so take it easy.